Hello, welcome to CKE 10,000 Gaming Channel. In this video, we're looking at Weiss Schwarz Saekano Memory Deck Profile Gold Bar Door Build. 4 copies of Nostalgic Memory Eriri. When this card is placed on stage, you can choose a game character to get 2,000 power. When this card becomes reversed, you pay 1, pitch a card, put this into your memory, and search your deck for a game character. So running that 4. 4 copies of Unexpected Gift Izumi. Beginning of your opponent's attack phase, you can mill a card. If it's a character, you can move it to an open position in your center stage, and has an act. Pay 1, put this card in your memory, look at top 4 cards of your deck, choose a game character, add it to your hand. Running 3 copies of Betrayal and Farewell Utaha. When your other game character attacks, this card gets 1,000 power. When this card is put when your other character is front attack, you can pay 1, put this card in memory. If you do, return that character to hand. Running 1 copy of the Climax Swapper with an alarm effect. 1 copy, when this card is put into the waiting room from the stage, look up to 3 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 1 Climax card from one of them, add it to your hand, and discard a card. So helps grab Climaxes. So 1, 1, 3, 4, 4. 1 copy of this green Brainstormer that searches your deck, and you can activate to change it, put this in a card in memory. No, put this card in the waiting room and change into the level 1 Brainstormer. 1 copy of Negotiation Between Boy and Girl Utaha. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you may choose a card in your hand and put it in your stock, and when this card attacks, you can pay 1 double trigger check. Running 1 copy of Smile of Relief Utaha. All your opponent's characters get 2 Encore. When this card is placed on stage from your hand, you can pay 1, discard a card. If you do, choose a game character in your waiting room, return to hand, and then choose one of your other game characters to get 1k power. Running 2 copies of the Remember Ricky. When this card becomes reversed, you may pay 1, take a hit, put the card in memory. If you do, salvage a game character. There. 3 copies of this good event, pulling an all-nighter to game. Rest 2 of your game characters that are standing. Those characters cannot stand during your next stand phase. If you rested 2, search your deck for up to 1 game character, reveal to your opponent, put your hand, shuffle your deck, and then choose up to 1 game character in your waiting room and put it into your stock. And then put this card to the bottom of your deck. Running 3 copies of Explosion of Emotion Megumi. It has a assist for 500 in front. At the beginning of your Climax phase, you can pay 1, put this card in memory. If your level is 2 or higher, you can pay that cost. If you do, choose 1 before bed Megumi in your waiting room and put it on the stage position that this card was on. Also has an activate pay 1 Brainstorm to search your deck. 4 copies of your level 1 Wavering Sentiments Megumi. If you have 2 more characters, this gets continuous plus 1,000 power. When the girl who didn't break the flag is placed on your Climax area, if you have another game character, this card gets the following abilities until the end of your opponent's next turn. When this card attacks, you may pay 1 to double trigger check, and when this card's frontal attack, you may return this card to your hand. 2 copies of the anti-standby level 1 memory. During your turn, if there's a card in memory, this card gets 2,500 power, and the following ability: when this card attacks, if the character facing this card is level 2, this card gets 6k power. 1 copy of Meet for 2 Megumi, continuous or auto memory. If this card is in your memory and you do not have another memory for 2 in your memory, at the beginning of your draw phase, look at top card of your deck, put on top of your deck or in top or bottom of your deck. When this card becomes reversed, you have 2 or less cards in your memory, you may put this card in your memory. When this card becomes reversed, if the level of this card's battle point is higher than your opponent's level, you may put that character into your opponent's memory. 3 copies of the Before Bed Megumi, assists for 500 times the character's level, and has an auto pay 1, put this card in memory at the beginning of your Climax phase. If your level is 3 or higher, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a new story Megumi in your waiting room and put it on the stage position that this card was on. You have a refresh backup by paying 2. You have 1 Parting Words Megumi. If your memory has 2 or more characters, this card gets 15 power and auto hand encore, and when this card fights level 3, it gets 6k power. Running 2 copies of the Early Play Healer. That also gives power to another character. 4 copies of your Finisher, a new story Megumi memory. If your memory has 2 or more cards during your turn, this card gets 2,000 power. If there are 3 more cards, your opponent cannot play backups from their hand. If there are 4 more cards, this card cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects. When this card is placed on stage from your hand or by an auto effect of the 4 bad Megumi, you can heal one, and Climax combo, when this card's battle point becomes reversed, if restart a new game is in your Climax area, you can pay 1. If you do, deal 2 damage to your opponent. Then running 8 Climaxes, 4 copies of the girl who didn't break the flag at level 1, and 4 copies of your restart and start a new game for your level 3 finisher. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, check EncoreDecks.com and the links below to see an overview of this deck build.